So here we go. For those of you interested in aquaponics, I've had this in my garage for 3 years. And anyway, the tub down there, right down here, has my goldfish. It's right down here. I'll show you it in a sec. The water comes into that tank, flows out through that central vac tubing into my pickup. Now the water comes out of this tank through a siphon. It's down the bottom, gets picked up, goes through here and into this tank, goes down to the bottom, comes up in here. The water settles and all the fish waste and leftover food gets deposited in the bottom of this container. There's another filter. The water comes up through this and then goes out into my sump tank, which is in this container. So I'll show you that. Go around the back. And this is my sump that has my pump in it. So the water comes in here. That container in the bottom has a bunch of peat moss just for keeping my pH. My pump is right down there, and that's the filter for my pump. And there's a bit of fish waste getting in there, but most of it's being filtered before it goes into the pump. Through this hose, up and around, and to my rail, which feeds my buckets of rocks in each one of these. So if we open one up, we look inside, you'll see that I have, there's my water going in. It just runs all the time, okay? And that container is full of just river rock. That is where my auto siphon is. Okay, that tube, there's right angle, it goes right to the bottom. Okay, and then what happens is that tube comes out of here. I got a little bit of leak there, that's just a bad seal. All my other containers are fine. No water, that one just happens to be dripping a little. And I have one of these running right now. As you can see, there's the auto siphon, and that's going to keep running until that container is completely empty, and then the siphon will just automatically shut off when it sucks air, and then that whole bucket will fill up again and then drain itself again. So from there, and if we look inside, I don't know how much we can see of. Yeah, you can see the roots down there. See the roots? Once that stops flowing, I'll look back in there again in a second. There's the roots. And then that bucket just drains out through here into this rail, and it goes down into this, which is just a regular 4-inch tube. There's where all the water comes down. Comes down this rail, empties into here, flows into there. I've got just some media there. I was going to grow things in each of these slots, but I'm not doing it right now. Anyway, and then that comes down to the end of this. And there's another sort of like a bell siphon in here. That's draining down, but that just keeps the water level at a certain height in there. If you look up bell siphon on the internet, there's all kinds of examples. Anyway, that's that. And then if I take the lid off of this, one sec. Alright, there's my goldfish. Get an idea how big these guys are. Let's see if I can get one of those guys to come up to me. Yeah, that guy. These were all like only about that big when I got them from they're 40-cent goldfish. So some have grown, some haven't. These guys. Anyway, that's where that water comes out. Comes down, shoots out here. I've got a little aerator in there just that aerates the water. I also have 2 air stones in this tank. Yeah, but those guys have been living happy for about almost 3.5 years, because it was 3 years this past April. So they're doing pretty good. And normally, I'll show you. Sorry about that. Daughter came in. Anyway, this was just an aerator I made initially just to play around with. I don't know if you can see it right down there. That blows out water and then the air gets sucked in here. But that wasn't enough, so I threw in a couple extra air stones. But I just kept that there. It keeps the water circulating around this way. That's why this fires out here. And then at the bottom of this, it goes right down to the bottom of the tank. It has holes in it. And as the water is forced up and through, it sucks all the fish waste out of this container. So I never have to clean this tote, which is about 30 gallons probably, or thereabouts, of water. So yeah, that's totally, I don't really have to do anything with that. It's that other container over there that I end up cleaning out once in a while. And then just to keep my fish safe, there's my little plexiglass lid that goes on top. And then that one goes there. And I do have a little overflow just in case something was to happen. It'll go into that container. What else? Oh, yeah, the lights. So I have, if I count them up, starting from that end, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 18 bulbs. As you can see, these green peppers aren't huge, okay, but they're good enough for eggs in the morning. And there's a ripe one I got to get off. Green went to red, so I have 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 on that one. Probably got another one hiding there somewhere. 9. Well, that's all I got on that plant. 9. I have one more on this guy up here, but this is a different. These guys are actually a little bigger. I had pulled a bigger one off that before. I'll show you the roots. Some of these plants have been. So there's the roots down in there. They're not too bad. That one's pretty clean. I'll give an example of one that's. I probably need to clean these roots. I don't know. They've got a little bit of matting. Probably a little bit of fish waste got through there, but they're still surviving. And so anyhow, for those of you that are interested in aquaponics, that's my little wintertime adventure. This container down here actually is on wheels. So this whole section with those 3 tubs, that can all be rolled. And I'll give you a further away shot. The garage is a mess. So that's sort of how it's set up. Right. I can still stash stuff under there. Anyway, that's been about 10 minutes. hopefully that gives you an idea. Yeah. Anyway, that's my little setup. Still playing around. Nutrients are still a bit of a challenge, but this one plant, I must say, has come back. It came back from almost nothing. I cut it way back, and it started growing out more shoots here. And I haven't killed it yet. These guys I've had for quite a while. I thought these were going to die, and they're still hanging in, not quite coming back and growing more. But this one was just a cutting, and it's coming along, but I don't know what size green peppers will get off this guy, this one here. So I'll have to wait and see. Anyhow, that's about it. Hope that shows you a little bit of what I was mad scientist down here. Oh, that little drain, I can clean out that container a little bit. But anyhow, that's all for now. Bye.